Some of these blue states, they just hate you if you make a certain amount of money. If you're a millionaire, they hate you. They want it all. If you're a billionaire, they really hate you. They want you dead. The general manager of the Seattle Seahawks, John Snyder, he's saying, this is going to be hard for us to build a team with this new millionaire tax you guys are imposing. We're really going to have to fight against the tide with this new millionaire tax you're imposing. Why are players going to want to come here and get their money stolen from them when they can go to places like Dallas, Houston, Miami, and their money is their money? Let's get right into it, shall we? Like the video, let me know your thoughts in the comments section below, and subscribe to the channel. I would so greatly appreciate it. Seattle Seahawks general manager John Snyder says Washington's new millionaire tax will sting player recruitment and roster building. The law is set to impose a 9.9% tax earnings over $1 million starting in 2029, could make the state less competitive versus no income tax markets like Florida. Let's put the stars out of it. You throw a bunch of money at the stars, all right, they'll take it. But when you start building depth to that roster, when you start building line depth, weapon depth, defensive line depth, quarterback room depth, the QB2, this is going to affect them tremendously. And it's not just Seattle that's going to be affected. Many other states, New Jersey, New York included, are going to be affected by this new millionaire tax. Seattle Seahawks general manager's state millionaire tax will sting player recruitment. As pro athletes' salaries continue to rise, the state-by-state differences in tax policy take on greater prominence, something now emerging in Washington state. The forthcoming arrival of a millionaire's tax in Washington state is going to have a detrimental effect on player recruitment and roster development, at least according to Seahawks general manager John Snyder, highlighting the growing intersection between athlete compensation and state tax policy. These states can't get out the way. Chicago is about to lose the Bears because the state couldn't get out of their own way. While Indiana's stepping up and saying, yeah, we'll take them. What do you need? You need some breaks? Need some cuts? You need some funding? Yeah, we got you. Don't worry about it. Chicago's saying, ooh, you're getting no breaks, you're getting no cuts, and we want it all. Yeah, Chicago's saying, peace out. We're good here. Washington's legislature approved the tax measure earlier this week, and it is headed for the signature of Governor Bob Ferguson, who has already pledged his support. Are we surprised, Washington? Are we surprised? Though legal and ballot box challenges are likely still forthcoming, the law is said to impose a 9.9% state tax on earnings in excess of $1 million annually, with first payments due in 2029. That elevated tax on high-income residents is countered by expanded tax rebates in lower income brackets. Projections are that the tax will affect 0.5% of Washington residents, but that subset is disproportionately populated by pro athletes. That, in turn, could create a problem for the Seahawks and likely their pro sports neighbors in Seattle, too. Washington previously did not have a state income tax. Oh, damn. You say Exodus? Can you say people are saying what I got to? I got to 2029. All right, I got 3 years, and then I'm out of here. It's going to sting. There's no question about it, John Snyder said on Kiro AM. All the pro teams here in town, not having a state income tax has always been a huge attraction, especially competing with the California teams. It's been a big deal for us. So yeah, it's going to sting from a recruiting standpoint. It's not only going to hurt the Seahawks, but once all of this NIL stuff starts getting worked out and these kids got to pay taxes on that, it's going to affect the Huskies as well. The Seahawks, the defending Super Bowl champions, are already in a period of transition as the franchise is now formally up for sale. The team has only signed 3 external free agents so far, each to 1-year deals, and has lost Super Bowl MVP Kenneth Walker to the Chiefs since NFL free agency opened Wednesday. Seattle, however, has retained a series of other current players that were part of the title run. The NFL's 2026 base salary for any player with at least 1 year of service time is $1 million, meaning any non-rookie player on the Seahawks roster will be subject to the elevated tax. Let's Going on elsewhere in the country. Washington joined several other states, including California, Massachusetts, Minnesota, New Jersey, and New York, and the District of Columbia that have adopted versions of the millionaire tax. While several other states are considering similar moves, it's California and New York that jump out on this list. Those locales are the size of the two largest contracts in U.S. pro team sports: Juan Soto's $765 million pact with the Mets and Shohei Ohtani's $700 million deal with the Dodgers. Shohei's money is deferred. Each player and plenty of others in those states has taken a serious moves to reduce their local tax exposure. Most notably, here we go, Ohtani is deferring $680 million of his Dodgers contract between 2034 and 2043, to the point that California legislators have pushed for tax reform on deferred income. Found a way around it, and they're coming for that bread. Soto's deal does not contain deferrals, but he has reduced his local tax exposure by maintaining his primary residence in Florida, which does not have an individual state income tax. Sheesh. Diamondbacks pitcher Merrill Kelly, who returned to the club in a 2-year, $40 million deal, somewhat similarly refused a more lucrative contract offer from the Padres because of the elevated California tax rates. I don't think it's any secret how much money you get taken out of your pocket when you go to California, Kelly said last month on the Foul Territory podcast. This guy took less money. You're telling me it was more lucrative for him to take less money and get taxed this amount than to take more money and get taxed that amount? It's going to impact these teams. It's going to impact these teams, and especially a place like Washington that, yes, California has the tax issue, but you got the weather over there. You got LA over there. You got the beaches over there. What do you got in Washington? No disrespect. No disrespect to Washington. What you got in Washington? New York City, I mean, it's turned into a dump, but it's still New York City. But you compete with those places down south. You compete with Texas, Dallas, Houston. You compete with Miami, Tampa Bay. The weather, the nightlife over there in Miami, the beaches. It's going to be very hard for Washington, for the Seahawks to continue to build a team once this goes into effect. And the general manager speaking out on it, maybe he puts some pressure and gets some things turned around and undone, but it's looking like the damage is already done. Like the video, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate that. See you later.